All right, guys. So, as you've read by the title, I do have some pretty exciting news to tell you. So, what's happening is that I will be actually I will actually be traveling to Singapore. Yep, that's right. You heard me. I will be traveling to another country, and I'm probably going to stay there for about maybe 7 nights, and I'm going to be leaving on the 8th day. And I really, really hope this trip goes well. I've never been to Singapore in my entire life. So yeah, that sounds really exciting, and I can't wait to see what it has to offer. Right, so before I talk more about this country, I'm going to be talking about my recent rant video I made. You know, now believe it or not, I was originally supposed to not do no, I was meant to say I was thinking of not doing a rant on the Go anime community, but I had to do it anyway because there were just several things about the ground reviews that just really, that really questioned me and just really made me mad, or, well, not too mad, but kind of annoyed, by the way, or should I say, feel awkward. Most likely a combination of those. So, just in case you haven't seen my rant videos yet, I'll put the link in the description below, or you can just go to my channel and check it out. So, if any of you guys want to say something in the chat, then that's fine, as long as it's nothing toxic, and you must be very respectful and stuff like that. So yeah, just in case you haven't heard my two rants on my channel, I'm going to explain a little bit about this community, and I can't believe what I'm going to say about this. So the main reasons why I don't like the Go community that much is because one thing, the grounded videos are very cringeworthy. They they got so many flaws and problems and stuff like that. Two, the community is very toxic. You've got those very bad criticism communities as well as those commentaries and Vion style rants, stuff like that. Or is it Vion style rants? I'm not sure. I mean, whichever way you pronounce the name of this tool, yeah. Now, keep in mind, I do not actually hate GoAnimate or Viand as an animation tool. I think it looks pretty cool. I just don't like how people are treating it, in recent years. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually not going to I might use GoAnimate for myself to do some just to for my entertainment, but I'm not actually gonna post it on my YouTube channel because if I did, then chances are some people are gonna bombard me with toxic comments and do stuff like that, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I really hope I don't talk about any more GoAnimate community stuff in my future videos because I want to make the next few videos on my channel very positive. Right now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna be looking into some places that I might go in my trip in Singapore, and if it happens, then I might be able to post a video about it on my channel, where I'm just gonna put like pretty short clips of what's happening there. I probably won't be making I probably won't do like a full on vlog for this one. I'm just gonna post like a few short clips on my channel, or Actually, I might make like a montage if I get there. So yeah, so I can do some, so I can show you guys what happened during my experience. All right. So as you know, Singapore is a country in Southeast Asia. It's composed of a lot of different islands in the Malay Peninsula, from what I've heard. I mean, yes, even though it's a very small country, it still has a pretty big population. There's a pretty big city there as well. So that's pretty cool, right? Oh, wait a second. The picture I'm looking at right now is pretty crazy. Let me just show it to you guys. All right, so what I'm looking at right now is a Christmas tree with Smurfs on it. If you look closely, I don't know if you look closely, but there literally are some Smurfs there. Yeah, I do know the Smurfs, guys. They're pretty famous characters. Now, I know there's also a zoo in Singapore, as well as there's an aquarium there, which I think is one of the places I might go there. So yeah. So they do have a few other places there. Like they've got the Museum of Ice Cream, Singapore, the Singapore Botanic Gardens, and there's even a museum as well. An art science museum, National Gallery. Yeah. Yeah, maybe small compared to some countries, but it's actually a pretty big place, I gotta say. Even if you stand in one place of it, it's pretty huge. So I haven't organized what I'm planning to do there in Singapore, but I might try new foods there, as well as check out a few things in the city, as well as some places. So yeah, maybe I might go in a few malls as well. But the best part about this Singapore country is that they have a Universal Studios there. That's pretty cool. Now, Singapore is a pretty unusual choice for a Universal Studios singer. No, it's a pretty unusual country for a Universal Studios to be in, but it's real, guys. So what I'm looking at right now on Google Earth is a Universal Studios Singapore, which is basically a movie and TV themed amusement park, and they've got a lot of different areas, that are based on things from pop culture. So not only they have DreamWorks, they have Illumination and other shows there, but they also have Jurassic World, as well as a Water World. They even have they even have Sesame Street there. Not sure I might go on. Not sure if I want to go on the bat. The no. what I was meant to say. The Battlestar Galactica. That's what I was meant to say. It's a high-speed intertwining roller coaster. I'm not sure if I want to go on that one though. As well as the Accelerator, which I heard is, just pretty intense, but Right, so we're gonna have a look and see what's there. Okay, so I'm right on Google Earth and see what it looks like there. It's pretty cool. Looks very high tech, to be honest. All right, so apologize for the very very long awkward silence. I was just rearranging some things in my room, like I always do. I usually have a habit of doing this, but yeah, I usually have like I just, rearranged some stuff in my room and to make things look, pretty neat. I don't know why I have that habit of doing so, but I'm very sorry about this, guys. Now, as explained, this won't be a very long live stream because I'm just only telling you guys about this exciting news that's going to happen. So, what does this mean for my channel exactly? Well, I'll still be active. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, I know. I don't usually post like frequently, like every day, due to my house chores and other stuff I've got to do. But when I'm in Singapore, I might be able to post like a few montages or like a few compilations of short videos of me in the Universal Studios Singapore, so you can see what's happening there, and also just share my experience there. So that's pretty cool. So I might be able to go ahead and go to this Universal Studios park there for like probably like a few days in a row. Like where one day I'll be doing mostly the rides, while the other days I'm gonna meet some characters and do all other kinds of stuff. This is gonna be a super fun, exciting time. So basically, my mom and my other family members they've all packed their things downstairs. So yeah, which I'm not gonna explain much about my family because it's personal. So if you try and ask me to, I'm never gonna do it. So yeah, what I'm looking at right now is actually what's gonna be for this experience. It's a pretty big park to my surprise. Oh wait, they also have an oceanarium in Singapore. I want to see what that's like. Oh wow, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It's got all the clear waters there. It's pretty cool. I'm guessing it's located near the Singapore Park. The Universal Studios there. Sorry guys, I don't know why I keep stuttering at times. I just don't know why I tend to say random things when I'm talking, but you know, I guess it happens to anyone. I guess. I know a lot of people are saying that DreamWorks and Illumination and Universal are better than Disney, and I think I have to agree with that because for one thing, Disney's reputation has gone downhill in recent years with all the live action remakes, as well as their horrible decisions they made over the years, as well as the fact that their parks have gotten too expensive over time, and they're also corrupt too. Also, they're very protective of their intellectual properties. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm just going to mention it just in case. I might have already said this again, but Disney's very protective of their copyright characters, kind of like with Nintendo or stuff like that. So I'm just, looking around some stuff. They've got a lot of cool things in different places now. I don't think I haven't seen a lot of, footages of this park online, but it's very possible to see things there. It's a pretty huge place, so I've never been there before. And I'm glad that, this Google Earth thing just gives me a chance to give a preview of what this park would be like. But I guess I don't want to look at it for too long because I don't want to get spoiled for myself. There's even a Shrek swamp in there. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if you can meet the famous ogre character himself. And at first I thought that was the Disney castle I was looking at. It was literally, I think it's the one from, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Is this the one from the Shrek movies, or is it, I'm not sure. So yeah, looking at this park just makes me want to, experience the DreamWorks movies myself because, before I played even things like My City Monsters at the time, DreamWorks and, the DreamWorks movies were definitely nostalgia, especially the first Shrek movie, the first Madagascar, and the first Kung Fu Panda movie. Like, these movies were great. They're little classics. Now, I also heard there is a Universal Studios Beijing as well, which was one of the more recent Universal parks. But, I've never been there before. Not even the ones in America. So the one in Singapore is going to be the first and probably the only Universal park I'll ever go to. I mean, like Disney, the Universal parks are always, they're also expensive, but I don't know if they're as expensive or just not as expensive as Universal. No, as expensive as Disney. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, what I was meant to say is they could be as expensive as Disney or they could be less expensive. I'm not too sure. I really need to check the prices, guys. So yeah. And if I run out of things to talk about in this live stream, I might just, end it off. Alright, so I'm really not sure how this trip is going to go for me, so you guys better wish me luck on this. So because, this is going to be a very, very long adventure for me, and probably one of the biggest adventures of my lifetime, really. All right, there's Water World there, which is like a water park, kind of like some other water parks in our world. Oh, and there's the Jurassic Park area as well. So that's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I'm definitely going to the Jurassic Park section of the Universal Studios Park because as you might okay, For those of you who haven't watched a lot of my videos, I have done several unboxing videos of, Jurassic World toys. So you could go check them out in one of my playlists called ZESG54 Studios Unboxes and stuff like that. It's where I give, my reviews and thoughts on certain Jurassic World toys. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go on a lot of rides there because that's the point of going to a theme park, just to have all the fun and enjoyment. In fact, one of my friends on YouTube is named Drew Thomas. Shout out to him, by the way, if he's watching the stream. But I mean, he's a big fan of the Six Flags theme park, which is in America. And to be honest, I do like theme parks too because they're pretty interesting and pretty fun to go to. And yeah, right. I guess I think I'm gonna have to maybe end this stream off in a short period of time because I'm getting a bit tired right now. So yeah, I've done all the packing and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. So this will probably be my last live stream until I'll come back from this country. So yeah. So I probably won't see you guys until until maybe actually depends. If there's internet there, then I might be able to post some videos there as well as a few updates and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'll be I'll probably be returning probably a few days time, like the day after I leave. All right, guys. So I guess I've run out of things to talk about, so it makes sense. So let's hope my trip goes well, and I'm pretty nervous and also kind of excited at the same time. So yeah. Anyway, this is this has been my exciting news live stream, and I didn't expect it to be that long. It's like almost 30 minutes. Right, so yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say in this video, guys. So yeah. This live stream, I mean. So yeah, I think it's time I should probably end this off. Besides, it's almost 30 minutes for me, so yeah. So guys, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, as well as click on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And yeah, this is ZESG54 Studios signing off and saying thanks for watching. And I probably won't see you guys until after I come back from my trip in Singapore. So yeah. See you later, guys.